enemy of the Asgard.
Apparently they plan to land the ship and infest Earth.
So can you transport us up?
Anybody who comes up is not getting down.
Can this ship withstand an uncontrolled re-entry?
No.
We must destroy it by whatever means necessary.
They're gonna use it to escape.
And now, the conclusion.
Зовнішній отвір труби відкритий.
Вона затоплена.
Але ж нема торпеду в третій трубі. Труба суха. Зовнішній отвір знову забезпечений. Дуже дивно.
Видишь? Ничего страшного.
Що то є? Там щось всередині. Що то може бути?
Может быть, это насекомое с прошлого эпизода.
Що то є?
Замолчи. Подай мне фонарь.
В тебе все в порядку?
Посмотри. Юрий, назад.
Що то за потвора? Юрій.
I still can't make it out. Try to filter out the subspace RF interference.
Carter?
Colonel, sir, this is the 5th incoming wormhole in the last hour and a half.
All right, I'm here 2 hours early. When did you get here?
I haven't left yet.
Didn't I order you to get a life?
Yes, sir, you did, but this is...
Sir, they sent a radio signal this time?
Yeah, but the frequency they're using is being distorted just outside the range of our equipment. We're trying to make the adjustment.
What are you doing here?
If someone's trying to contact us, how often does that happen?
We can receive now, Major.
Okay, pipe it through the speakers. And try to match it so we can transmit back from our end.
This is your after base, having reached the other side.
Oh my god.
Trelawny, if you can hear me, please respond.
This is Major Carter of the United States Air Force. It is imperative that you send no one else through the gate.
They can't hear you, Major. We still haven't matched their frequency.
Historians believe this Stargate is a portal to the world of our ancestors. Your kindred are besieged by a powerful enemy unwilling to listen to reason. Our supplies are all but gone. Our defenses are on the verge of collapse. Help us, please.
Right. There were 4 off-world activations prior to this one, and the iris was closed the entire time. How many impact events did the computer record?
3.
So, 3 dead.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go look up Yolanda.
Not your fault, Carter. On.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Jackson, Colonel?
General? Message I got was pretty vague.
So was the transmission we got from the Tokra.
You say who was coming?
No.
They say why?
No, sir.
That's rude. I hate that.
Receiving Tokra IDC. Opening the iris.
In fact, the Tokra are starting to annoy me in general.
Sir?
Don't get me wrong, Carter. Your dad's great. I love him like a brother. But it's just that every time they show up, it seems like there's all kinds of...
Yep, that looks like trouble to me.
The High Council of Tokra sends its greetings.
Welcome. I'm General Hammond, Colonel O'Neill, Dr. Jackson, Major Carter, and Teal.
This is Marnon. You may call me Anise.
Anise.
It means noble strength.
I'm Daniel. It means, God is my judge.
I'm Jack. It means...
What's in the box?
These armbands were recently discovered among some ancient ruins on a remote planet.
I don't recognize the symbols, man.
The language belongs to a race called the Atlantis. Their existence and demise predates the Goa'uld.
Atlantis. I think Jolinar knew about these. They're supposed to give the wearer incredible speed and strength, right?
Yes. Many thought it was just a myth. Still, the Goa'uld and the Tokra have both sought these devices for some time.
Obviously not a myth.
The Tokra were very excited when I found them.
You found them.
My area of expertise is ancient cultures.
Oh, mine too.
Yes, I know. We hope the devices will provide our operatives with a great new physical advantage in the fight against the Goa'uld.
However,
they don't work for you.
Our top scientific minds have researched the technology at length. To the best of our knowledge, the devices should work. However, something causes them to reject the Tokra physiology.
You're a symbiote.
That is a likely assumption.
Then the device will most likely be ineffective on me as well.
Yes, which is why I brought only 3.
I still have a protein marker left by Jolinar.
Hopefully that will have no effect.
Incredible speed and strength.
In fact, according to the inscriptions, they should greatly increase all of your natural abilities.
That's kind of cool.
In the interest of the Tokara-Human Alliance, I expected you would cooperate.
Couldn't we take some time to learn a little more about these things? Perhaps Major Carter and Dr. Jackson...
I had hoped to begin human trial experiments immediately.
What's the rush?
If you are not willing to trust us and participate, I will find human subjects on another planet.
Fine.
Colonel, please forgive the scientist and Anise. She has worked very hard for this. I assure you every safety precaution will be taken.
What is your answer?
Off-world activation. Repeat,
Braytax IDC, sir.
Great.
Open the iris. Have Teal come to the gate room.
I mean you no harm.
Braytac, you've done something with your hair.
Identify yourself.
I am Shonok of the Red Hills. Master Braytag opened the Shapai but was unable to accompany me.
Why is that?
There is much unrest. He took great risk in sending me here.
Shonok.
Friend of yours?
Indeed.
Talmatay, Dik.
Talmatay.
Teal'c, how about a little introduction of some sort?
There is no need. Braytag has told me much of the Tari. You are O'Neill, Teal'c's apprentice.
Yet, apprentice.
Also a warrior of great skill and cunning.
Apprentice.
Hammond of Texas. A great and strong leader among humans.
What can we do for you?
You must take me to the Tok'ra immediately. I have information that could destroy the Goa'uld.
Tuesday doesn't work for the president.
The High Council of the Tok'ra is making his first journey to Earth to sign an official treaty that outlines our new alliance in the fight against the Goa'uld. What could possibly be more important than that?
Keeping that treaty a secret from the general population of our planet.
It's a tricky proposition where we're from.
The president means no disrespect, but he has to appear before Congress on Tuesday, and there's no way to make up an excuse to get out of that.
Wednesday. How's Wednesday?
Wednesday will be fine.
Colonel O'Neill, Dr. Jackson, Major Graham, Captain Blansdale. May I present Supreme High Counselor Persis.
Please. Forgive me for being late.
It's an honor to meet you.
Look out!
Stop me.
The map readings indicate a very low UV level. All other indications suggest a positive environment.
Sounds good.
It's gonna take us 2 weeks to get the Incarans fully transplanted.
If the plan proves to be suitable.
It better be. They're running out of time.
Chevron 7 won't engage. understand it. The diagnostic shows no problems.
Sir, this is gonna take a while. It looks like there was an energy spike in our power log about 8 minutes before we first tried dialing out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that something we've seen before when another gate is being used on Earth?
Like when Mayborn's NID guys had the other gate.
There is no longer a second Stargate on Earth.
Ours was destroyed along with Thor's ship.
But if it was another gate and its use was responsible for the energy spike, there might be a corresponding seismic tremor, like when the gate was found in Antarctica.
I've got something.
There was a minor seismic event that matches the time in our power log exactly.
Is that Siberia?
Yes, sir. And there's only one explanation I can think of.
The Russians have a Stargate?
Look at this.
I know.
It's beautiful. Female? Queen.
I think so. Look at the dorsal structure. SG-1, Archaeological Survey, P3X888, dig site 4. 5. Subject, Queen, primordial Gould, as evidenced by the enlarged pectoral musculature and dorsal structure. This Gould ancestor appears to have been a...
Cleopatra. Well, I found her. I get to name her. No. Cleo.
Cleo, as she has been so colorfully named by Robert Rothman, appears to have been a predator, not parasitical, confirming my theory that the Gould evolved for millions of years in the prehistoric oceans of this planet before ever taking on hosts.
Let's get a sedimentary timeline before we jump to conclusions here, please.
Testing for naquita levels. Wow. Nothing, not even trace amounts.
We didn't find any naquita in Brutus or Julius either.
Must become part of the Gould makeup later in their evolution. That's significant.
How so?
I have no idea. Let's crate this one. Loader!
Have some.
No, thank you.
Go ahead. Hawkins can make a water run. I love ordering those military types around. Hawkins!
Mark this one Cleo and don't ask.
Hundreds of villages like this one have paused to celebrate the transportation of our people to this great new land. We are especially honored today by the presence of those responsible for finding this planet for us and saving us from certain doom. How can we ever repay them?
By not boring them with long speeches, Hedrazar.
I meant what I said. You are all heroes to my people.
It's our pleasure.
When my grandchild arrives, it will be the first Encaran to be born in our new homeland. We will name the child after you, Colonel.
Elim, it's getting cold.
It seems to be getting colder each day since you last visited.
Yes, our atmospheric monitoring equipment is indicating that. We only had a short time to assess the planet's conditions, but it appears as if you may be in for a more severe winter than we first predicted.
We are a hearty people. Well, we will survive.
Well, the Naquito reactor we brought you should provide enough energy to heat your new city for a year.
Well, you've certainly accomplished a lot already.
And it has only been but one cycle of the moon. Come back in a year and you will find this planet transformed.
Help! Help me, please!
What is it?
It is Caleb. He comes from the west.
It's so big. It destroyed our whole village. You must all flee.
What are you talking about? Caleb, catch your breath.
It comes this way.
What does?
You must see it.
There.
Whoa.
What is it?
Colleagues! Your attention, please. I'm pleased to report that thanks to your hard work, we now have enough reserve energy to heat the greenhouses for the next 2 months. Special merit to the workers of Section 23. Let us use this not as an excuse to work less, but as motivation to work harder. Our world may be covered in ice, but one day we will reclaim our place on the surface.
Sir.
Kagan, how about some breath?
Sorry, just gave away the last piece.
Oh, here we go. Every time.
What is your problem?
I don't have a problem.
And we don't have any bread.
Is there a problem here?
Stay out of this.
Jonah, there are other people waiting.
Give her the damn bread!
This is not right. The two of you are friends on here.
Stay out of it!
We are part of something called SG-1. I am Tilt. Do you not remember?
Somebody get this guy off me!
Get him upstairs.
We don't belong here. You must remember. We must escape.
Greta, it's my honor to serve. I don't know that man.
I know, Jonah. Don't worry. He's night sick. Give Thera her bread. Everyone finished? Back to work.
Does anyone know what this meeting's all about?
No, but I hope it's important. I was right in the middle of translating that cuneiform tablet we found on P3L255.
I still have to finish recalibrating MALP 3K sensors for long-term reconnaissance on P5X 3D7.
I was unable to complete my kill reading.
I was just about to do something important.
All right, people, as you were. We have ourselves a situation. Early this morning, at approximately 0400 hours, the base switchboard received the following call.
Hello. This is a message for Colonel Jack O'Neill and anyone else who's listening in. I know this call is being monitored, but don't bother to set up a trace. I'm at a phone booth in Butte, Montana, and I'll be long gone before your Black Ops teams can get here. You're not dealing with an amateur. I know all about Roswell, and the Kennedy cover-ups, and the...
He goes on like that for a while.
And the CIA-sanctioned microwave harassment, and the...
Quite a while.
And the lizard people. But the point is, none of these compare to your little secret, Colonel. I'm talking about a large circular object discovered in Egypt, currently residing at the bottom of a missile silo under Cheyenne Mountain. I believe you call it the Stargate. And now that I've got your attention, I want to meet tomorrow, 11 a.m. at the new Cloverleaf restaurant in Billings. And Colonel, come alone.
Interesting.
It would appear base security has been breached.
I want to know who this man is. I want to know how he got his information. And I want to know who he's been talking to. You leave in half an hour.
Took was ordered to push the envelope, sir. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Well, that'd be nice.
Where else would he go?
Good point. Well, here we go.
Is there a problem, Colonel?
No, sir. Not at all. I'm sure Teal'c just felt he'd take her for a spin around the world.
While we're waiting, I have someone who'd like to meet your team.
Colonel Jack O'Neill, Major Samantha Carter, Dr. Daniel Jackson. Allow me to introduce to you Lieutenant General Vidrine.
Colonel?
General?
Major?
General?
Doctor?
General?
General Hammond has told me nothing but good things.
Has he, sir? Well, then I'm sure he's left something out.
Such as?
Teal'c, you there, buddy?
Look immediately to the southwest, O'Neill.
What in God's name is that?
That general is the X-301 Interceptor.
Looking good, Teal'c. Give us another flyby, low and slow.
As you wish.
It's a hybrid craft, sir, made with a combination of good old American know-how and two gold death gliders that SG-1 recovered a couple of years ago.
It may be the most impressive aircraft I've ever seen.
Oh, it's more than that, sir. Up till now, we haven't had a platform from which we could launch an attack against a gold ship. Now we do.
What makes it fly?
Well, that's difficult to explain, sir. The power plant doesn't exert force against gravity so much as take inertia out of the equation. Even pilots are immune to ordinary G-forces. We don't completely understand the physics.
Major, I'll just accept the fact that it flies.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it flies. Yes, sir.
Dr. Jordan.
Stephen.
What are you doing here so late?
Actually, I was just about to go down to the lab. We finally have a chance to do a resonance scan on the Osiris chart.
Great.
Another couple of weeks, and we never would have known what was inside.
Well, we could always break the seal and take a look. Joking. Well, half joking.
The Egyptian government expects these items to be returned intact. If we were in their place, I'm sure that we
Sir, you watch. The scan will reveal that that canopic jar contains the mummified heart of a 3,000-year-old pharaoh, and we're just handing it over.
I know.
It's the find of a lifetime, Professor.
Yes. Yes, it is. You coming?
Yeah, I just have a few things. I'll see you down there.
All right.
Yeah. Morning.
Hey.
What's that?
That's Teal'c's into this stuff. I don't get it. A great week is in store for you. You'll be going on a trip.
Let me see that.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
What?
He's dead.
Who?
My archaeology professor.
Father, he's coming.
Yes, I know. You are not to be here.
But Father...
Go! Now! After all this time, it is really you.
We're carved to go my foothills.
Teal'c.
You are the one called Arachnor.
It is an honor to finally meet you.
And are you?
We have heard much of your return to Chulak.
It is time for Jafar to stop whispering about freedom and begin to show our true power.
A power we can only hope is greater than that of the gods.
False gods.
Their power is real and stronger than ever. Even Hero-Ur and the other system lords now fear Apophis. He commands the vast army of Sokar.
An army of Jafar.
You know of what happened here on Chulak at the hands of Apophis.
Yes, I know how many were slaughtered. But I also know that those left alive are ready to rise against him. Jafar, the foundation upon which the false gods have built their empires. we can tear them down.
To do so, we will have to fight our own kind.
As the Goa'uld have forced us to do in their name for countless generations. Only now we will fight for the freedom of all Jaffa.
Ragnar has the loyalty of a great many here on Chulak.
So Braytak has heard from you, and I from him. It is the word of our friend Makar that has brought me here this night. In their hearts, many Jaffa believe as we do. Those with the strength and the courage must speak out. We must fear the Goa'uld no longer. Those who wish to join our cause must be united. Kolna of the High Cliffs and Haknor of the Kodai Plains have already agreed to meet the Champa Groves tomorrow.
Then I will meet with them as well. And this blasphemous rebellion will finally be crushed. Hashakri! Shova.
Report. It's SG-1, sir. They're under fire.
Colonel O'Neill, this is General Hammond. You report status.
We're pinned down. Carter was able to dial the gate. We're trying to get Claire to come through.
Open the iris. Evacuate the gate room. Colonel O'Neill, we're taking fire. Report. Colonel O'Neill.
Sir.
Give them some more time.
So, essentially, we were ambushed on the way back to the gate.
We almost didn't make it out.
If you delayed much longer, you wouldn't have. I was about to close the iris.
Well, considering the SGC was taking fire, I'm kind of glad you waited as long as you did, sir.
Strictly speaking, if I'd followed procedure, you'd all be dead right now.
Well, sir, every time we go through the Stargate, it's a calculated risk.
I realize that, Major. But frankly, I'm getting tired of sending good people out there never knowing if they're going to come back. I've had enough.
I'm sorry, sir. What are you saying?
I wanted you all to be the first to know. Effective immediately, I'm stepping down as commander of the SGC.
I am so sorry.
It's all right.
No, if you were this late,
Honey, I know how busy you are. Don't worry about it, okay? Besides, it's a beautiful day to wait. Wait.
Have you eaten?
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I had to. I'm scheduled to be off world at 13:30. What?
I just found out.
I thought for sure this time. Thank you very much.
They said it isn't either one of us. We just have to keep trying.
Not that I mind trying. Just, I thought we'd be working on our second child by now.
Me too.
Walk me to the terminal. Maybe we should get a second opinion.
The Ashen are hundreds of years more advanced in medicine than we are. So how long will you be gone?
Well, I have to visit that new embassy on the southern continent. I have to tour the 9 planets. And,
You're kidding.
Of course I'm kidding. You could miss your anniversary ceremony tomorrow, huh?
No, it's no big deal.
It's no big deal. If it wasn't for you, we'd never even met the Eshen. I'll be back tonight, okay?
Outbound travelers to the Confederation planets, please stand by at the departure area.
Yeah, Kasuf, about this voice that spoke to you.
Yes. Spoke the name of my daughter, may she rest in peace. I'm not the only one who heard it. Many fear it is a sign that the gods are returning.
Well, I thought we'd finally convinced you and your people that the Goulds were not gods.
I said many, not I. But it is easy to understand. In the days of Ra, when he returned from a journey, a great storm would blow through the desert.
It's just wind. Wind happens.
We're talking about a wind that blew out of an active Stargate.
And formed a sandstorm.
Don't forget it said the name Shure.
Yeah, well, it's not like it's a burning bush or anything.
I've seen many bushes burn.
Suppose you have.
It's not far now. Here.
There's nothing here. Nice light breeze.
This is where I heard the voice.
Getting a buildup of static electricity, sir.
Did anybody else just hear that?
I think so.
Look.
Now that's impressive! Daniel! Try to keep it in Kansas, huh?
I was just,
I'm Daniel! Who's calling?
I am Shifu. I am Harcesis.
Chevron 1, encoded.
Barber, when you get there, give this to Daniel, will you?
Sir?
We had a bet. I lost.
What'd you bet on?
Chevron 2, encoded.
Sports related. Just give it to him. He'll know.
Yes, sir. Chevron 3, encoded.
What sport? What sport did you bet on?
Curling.
Daniel bet on curling.
Oh, yes. His team won the big bond spiel.
Okay, you don't want to tell me what the bet is? That's fine.
Good. Have fun.
Chevron 4, encoded. Chevron 5, encoded.
So, sir, are you sure you'd rather take the weekend off than come with me to see this place?
You know, I get that way when I work my ass off. In fact, I'd have figured you might want some time off yourself by now.
Oh, I do, but Daniel says of all the... That was the bet? Whether or not I'd go? Don't you have anything better to do?
Chevron 7 locked.
6 encoded.
Glad you could make it, Colonel.
Wouldn't miss it, sir. This is my favorite part.
Chevron 7 locked.
Proceeding with MALP transit.
Malp en route.
You look tense.
No, I'd say anxious. I am neither tense nor anxious. Perhaps concerned. Why? The address of this planet was procured from the repository of the ancients.
Receiving Malp telemetry.
Nothing I can see resembles anything that we know about the ancients. Architecture, technology, writing.
Maybe what we're looking at came to this planet after the ancients left it.
Duke, do you recognize any of this?
I do not, General Hammond.
Nope. Neither do I. I'm just saying.
What's it doing?
Flying, sir.
Malps can't fly.
Apparently they can.
Shouldn't there be a memo on this stuff?
I do not believe we are still in control.
Run a systems diagnostic on the MALP.
It stopped transmitting.
Negative, sir. We're still getting a strong signal. We should be receiving video.
Major, you should take a look at this.
Sir, very high frequency oscillations are being transmitted on a feedback loop.
They may be trying to communicate.
They. Well, whoever they are, exactly.
What?
Sir, I recommend we disengage the Stargate and analyze this data before proceeding.
Agreed. Terminate the link.
Whoa, we've got an EM spike. The system's overloading.
Shut it down.
Can't get in.
Try override.
Control systems are locked down.
Computer's no longer under our control.
Emergency disconnect, sir.
Do it. Major, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
O'Neill. Footprints. Now, they are recent.
How many?
Several. Some of that of Jafar.
Take cover!
Drop your weapons and surrender.
They don't look like Jafar.
He does.
There is no escape. Stand and identify yourselves.
They need not. I know who they are.
I'm sorry, have we met?
They are warriors from a planet called Earth. They are known as SG-1. How dare you return here?
Previous Previously on Stargate SG-1.
I am Tanith. It is my honor to pledge my allegiance to the Tok'ra.
If we allow Tanith to believe he has deceived us, we will be able to use that against the Goa'uld.
Disinformation?
Yes.
I hope one day we will meet again, Teal.
You have my promise.
What did it show?
The murder of my father.
So what now?
Office will easily absorb Earth's forces into his own. He is now a bigger threat than ever before.
Cronus came in his ship and declared that our planet now fell under his domain. He commanded that we worship him.
What do we do with the other Jaffa once we've dealt with Cronus and taken over the ship?
Go tell your people Cronus is dead.
What is happening?
Defense systems picked up a mothership entering orbit.
We must evacuate immediately.
We have been expecting it.
Hey, kids. We're not parked in a red zone, are we? Come in. General, I'd like to talk to you about this mission upon which we're about to embark. Seems a bit ridiculous, doesn't it?
Have you met General Ryan?
Hello, Colonel.
The General Ryan, Chief of Staff?
That's right.
Shouldn't there have been a memo or something?
You were off-world.
So, what brings you to our little secret base, sir?
Well, that would be the ridiculous mission you just mentioned.
Of course.
I'm proposing that M4C 862 become a permanent research station. I'd like you to make an assessment.
The General Ryan.
I've read a lot about you, Colonel. And General Hammond's reports.
Yes, sir?
Thus far, we like your work.
Thank you, sir. I like yours. Your Air Force. The Air Force. I love the Air Force.
Anything else, Colonel?
No, sir. Well, actually, I'd like to know how Daniel and Carter got out of this very important mission.
Dr. Jackson is off-world with SG-11. Major Carter's giving a lecture at the Air Force Academy in theoretical astrophysics. If you'd care to take her place.
No.
Then you're dismissed.
Thank you, sir. Sirs. Sir. Both of you.
Got your hands full with that one, eh, George?
So as a result of these modular functions, the unwanted variables are always expressed as multiples of n minus 10. Therefore, if we assume the existence of 10 dimensions in space-time, the variables are canceled out and the calculations suddenly begin to make sense.
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you say 10 dimensions?
Yes, I did. Look, I realize these concepts are a little bizarre, and that many of you cadets would rather be somewhere else right now. Jump school, flight training. Believe me, I know. I used to sit in those chairs and listen to the same boring lectures. No offense, Professor. But on the other hand, the aerodynamics that are one day going to allow you to fly an F-22 started out as squiggles on a board just like this one. These calculations are the key to opening up the entire universe. Wormholes and hyperspace may seem like science fiction, but take my word for it. The future is a lot closer than you might think. Guess that wasn't so bad.
No. You actually made the topological configuration of multiple dimensions seem interesting.
This is wrong.
What's that, Cadet?
I'm sorry, sir, but the calculations are incorrect.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Cadet, but perhaps you should wait until you graduate before you start criticizing the work of a leader in the field of astrophysics.
Yes, sir, of course. My apologies, ma'am.
Who was that?
Jennifer Haley. Very intelligent, but difficult personality.
Well, she's right.
Really?
These variables should be reversed.
I didn't even notice.
Neither did I.